Shalom, Akim. This is Shatar Yahir, GMS Chicago, prophesizing the return of the Most High Yahweh and his son Yahweh Shai, coming at you with another lesson. The title of this lesson is, How Rich Are You? The title of this lesson is, How Rich Are You? Before we start this lesson, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakadash, Barakatha. Double honors to our apostles at Great Millstone, honors to the hopeful elect. The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical and true Hebrews of the Bible. Salutation to all the Akim out there pushing his word in truth and sincerity, the speckled bird, and all those whose lineage goes back to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The title of this lesson is, How Rich Are You? Man, I was on my way over Elder Uriah's house, and I had to stop and get some gas. And while I was waiting, you know, it was a couple of wicked jakes in there, man. You know, they was talking about how much they have, bragging basically, really about how much they have, how much they just brought. One talking about he just bought a barbecue house and how it's good, you know, and how good it is doing, you know, how good the shop is running, how good his business doing. And he gonna be able to pay off his other property in 10 years instead of 20 years. And the other Jake, he talking about how he gonna retire in the next 10 years and he'll be 52 or 53. And it's an early retirement. He's gonna talk about how he gonna travel abroad, eating shrimp, lobster, and you know, all that there. Well, man, that's some wicked shit, and it's off because it's not matching up with the dietary law, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai for one. Leviticus chapter 11, that's your dietary law, and it tells you definitely don't eat none of the stuff these guys is talking about. Let's visit Leviticus, man. Let's go to Leviticus, and we're going to go to Leviticus, and we're going to go to Leviticus chapter 11. And, you know, the one talking about eating shrimp and lobster and all that there, the one talking about the barbecue house, none of this stuff is lining up with the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. The dietary law is totally off. I'll start at 7. Okay, about the one, and the swine, though he divide the hoof, it says Salakia, and the swine, though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. Okay, the cud, he eat not the grass, you know what I'm saying? A hog eat anything. He eat your spit, he eat your shit, he eat anything. He's saying he eateth not the cud, that he don't chew the grass, the hay. He is unclean to you. Okay, it's telling you he is unclean to you. All right. Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and of their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So you see, we ain't really supposed to touch him, let alone eat him. Goddamn hog, he's unclean to us. And that brother, he's off with his diet. Not only is he eating swine, but he's selling swine to our people. And Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai say, we ain't supposed to eat it at all. So he off big time. And you know, I see a lot of people now eating that shrimp and lobster shit, breakfast, like they Hassan or something. It's off too. If you drop down to 8, of their flesh ye shall not eat, and drop down to 8, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So you should not only eat a hog, but you shouldn't touch them at all. Okay? And when you drop down to 9, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Salakia, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and in the rivers, them shall ye eat. Okay? It say, these shall ye eat of all that are in the waters. Whatsoever have fins and scales in the waters, in the seas and in the rivers, them shall you eat. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you. You see, so we ain't got no business eating no shrimp. We ain't got no business eating no lobsters. You know what I'm saying? No crabs. All that's an abomination to the Lord. But, you know, these stiff-necked, wicked-ass jakes, they think they doing something slick, living high on the hog. They really imitating their oppressors. And all that's some wicked shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just some wicked-ass shit. And they not living according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, man. Give me that Matthew, man. Wow. Give me Matthew. I'm going to take you to Matthew 4:4. It says, but he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. So you see, not only are they not eating right, they're not even living by the bread alone. They're not eating right, but they wicked because they're not obeying the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. So they off, man. They off big time. Yeah. So how you thinking this gonna pay off for property, man? How you thinking you gonna be all right when you're not living according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shai, man? Because all this stuff is wicked, man. You're not living according to the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. And give me that Mark, man, okay? Let me hit that Mark real quick. Give me Mark 8, okay? And I'm going to go to Mark 8 and 6. Okay, 8 and 36, Salakia. I'm going to go to Mark 8 and 36. Okay, and it reads, for what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Okay, so you see, what should it profit a man if you gain the whole world and lose your soul in the process, man? You know what I'm saying? Because this, you know, that's what you're doing, losing your soul when you putting with this wicked shit you're doing, man. That's all it's doing. And this place don't have 10 years left, man. And if you don't change, you're going to get caught up, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't change your ways, man, you're going to get caught up in the destruction, the death and desolation of this place, man. I'm gonna go back to Matthew again, man. I'm gonna hit Matthew 19. I'm gonna hit Matthew 19, and I'm gonna hit Matthew 19, and I'm gonna go to 23. Okay, Matthew 19 and 23. Then said Yahweh Shai unto his disciples, verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, again, a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. So, and you say, what do it do you in that Mark 8:36? Gain the whole world and lose your soul in the process, because a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit that Matthew, man. Give me that Matthew. I'm staying right in Matthew, man, and I'm going to hit that Matthew. I think I already hit that Matthew 6 and 19. I'm going to go down to Job. Salakia, we're going to go to Job. We're going to go to Job. And then we'll probably go back to that Matthew 6 and 19. I don't think I hit it yet, but we'll go to that. Matter of fact, since I'm in the New Testament, we'll hit it right now. Matthew 6 and 19. These are the riches, okay? These are the riches that you should try to lay up for yourself, man. All that worldly shit and all that worldly stuff, man, that shit ain't nothing, man. But if you trying to lay up some riches for yourself, man, these are the riches that you should try to lay up. That's why I asked you, how rich are you, man? We'll start in Matthew 6 and 19, man. It says, lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Drop down to 20. He say, lay up not treasures of this world, man. The things of this world, man, that ain't gonna get you into the kingdom, man, okay? Those are not the treasures, and that's not the riches and the wealth that you're looking for. Drop down to 20, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and while thieves do not break through nor steal. See, those are the riches that you should try to lay up for yourself, man. Those are the treasures that you should want to build up for yourself. The treasures that are eternal, the treasures that last a lifetime, the treasures that's going to get your ass in the kingdom, man. Not this wicked ass, worldly ass shit, man, okay? Because, give me that Job, man. Give me that Job. I hit that Job now. It need to be hit. Job. I'm going to Job 27, and I'm going to Job 27, and I'm going to 19, man. Job 27 and 19. It says, the rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. He openeth his eyes, and he is not. See, that rich man, man, he just told you in Matthew 19 and 23, a rich man shall hardly get into the kingdom. And it's telling you again in the Old Testament in this Job, okay? 27 and 19. The rich man shall not be gathered. He layeth down, but when he openeth his eyes, when he's no longer in power. That's what they're saying. The rich man shall lie down, but he shall not be gathered. The Lord is not gathering him. He's not going into the kingdom. And it told you that in Matthew 19, 23, 24. Okay? He openeth his eyes and he's not in power. He's not going to even be in power. He's not going to even matter. Okay, Proverbs. Give me that Proverbs. Give me that Proverbs. We're going to go to Proverbs. Proverbs, okay, 14. And we'll go to Proverbs 14 and 20. It says, the poor is hated, even by his own neighbor, but the rich haveth many friends. See, a poor man is hated by his own neighbors, but a rich man haveth many friends. But the poor are the ones going to be gathered. The poor man who obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, that's the one that's going to be gathered. You know what I'm saying? Because these worldly possessions, they don't matter to him, okay? He's building up the treasures that I talked about in that Matthew 6 and 19. Treasures that don't get moth, treasures that don't rust, treasures that you can't steal, okay? Treasures that are eternal and last a lifetime. That's what's going to get your ass in the kingdom, okay? And this is that Proverbs, okay, 14, okay, and 20. I just read says the poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich man haveth many friends. He is despised. He that despiseth, drop down to 21. This is Proverbs, okay, 14 and 21. And it says, he that despiseth his neighbor sinneth, but he that hath mercy on the poor, happy is he. See, that's a sin. And you see a lot of people look their nose down on poor people, people who are not as fortunate as they is. But that's a sin, man, because the Lord say, love your neighbor like you love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do unto your neighbor as you want him to do unto you. So I ask you again, how rich are you, man? So how rich are you, man? What are you using as a measuring stick to measure how rich or how wealthy you really are, man? What are you using as a measuring stick to measure your success, man? Are you trying to gather riches and treasures that don't collect moth, don't rust away, can't nobody break in and steal, treasures that are eternal, treasures that last a lifetime, treasures that's going to get your ass? These are the riches and treasures that's going to get your ass in the kingdom, man, okay? Are you trying to gather the treasures of this world, man? This worldly shit, man. Is that what you own, man? You know, I mean, that's what you're using as a measuring stick. Are you using your knowledge of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai as a measuring stick? Are you using this worldly shit, your cars, your jewelry? You know what I'm saying? How much money you got, man? See, all these things that you covet, that's what keeps you out of the light of Yahweh Bahasham and keeps you in that darkness, man. And these are the things that you covet. Your money, you know, your cars, your jewelry, you know, and that's what keeps you in the darkness, man. And it doesn't let you get into this marvelous light of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, man. And if you've chosen the latter, that worldly shit, then this is what I got for you, man. If you're using that worldly shit as a measuring stick to measure your success, man, this is what I got for you, man. Give me that Luke. Give me that Luke 6. Okay, and I'm going to go to Luke 6, and I'm going to go to 24. 6 and 24. And Luke 6 and 24 says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. See, man, if you using this worldly shit, you know what I'm saying? These things that you're covenant to keep you in the darkness and not coming to the light, these cars, this money, that jewelry, all this other shit as a measuring stick to measure how rich or how wealthy you are, and you're not using your knowledge of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, your obedience to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai as a measuring stick, if you're not trying to gather riches, okay, and treasures that we talked about in Matthew 6 and 19, man, then that's what you get. You got your consolation prize. You get this worldly shit, man. You don't get the kingdom. And that's what it's about, going into the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? See, you get the consolation prize. Your money, your cars, you can have all that shit, etc. But like I say, guess what? You don't get the kingdom, man. So again, I ask you, what are you using as a measuring stick to measure how rich or how wealthy you really are, man? Are you using your obedience to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai? Are you using your knowledge you have of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai as a measuring stick to measure how rich or how wealthy you are? Are you using the measuring stick with these worldly possessions, this money, these cars, this jewelry? That ain't gonna get you into the kingdom, man. We finna get ready and close this lesson. I'm gonna close this lesson with that Jeremiah. We're gonna close with Jeremiah, man. We're gonna close with that Jeremiah. And we're going to close with Jeremiah 9 and 23. Jeremiah 9 and 23. And it reads, okay? Jeremiah 9 and 23. And it reads, thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty man glory in his might. Let not the rich man glory in his riches. But let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord which exercise loving kindness, judgment, and righteousness in the earth. For these are the things I delight, saith the Lord. That's what we ought to take pride in, man. That's what we ought to use as a measuring stick, man. How rich and how wealthy we are. Our obedience and knowledge to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Not these worldly possessions that we covet that keep us out of the darkness and not into his light. That's pretty much all I got on how rich are you. I hope the lesson was edifying. In closing, I'd like to say Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakadash, Baba Bo, Shalom.